seeds or what? What's going on outside? When is Teddy coming?
Thon is on, so hurry. Go see your Toyota dealer today. Offers end January 4th. Toyota, let's go places.
In a divided year, we can still be united through giving. There's a $300 above-the-line tax deduction this year thanks to the CARES Act. You can take a $300 deduction for charitable donations. As an organization that promotes giving, the United Way of the Upper Ohio Valley encourages you to utilize this tax deduction. Consider making a donation to a nonprofit agency with a cause that's important to you. Any donation made to the United Way will go towards our annual campaign supporting local programs focusing on the community's toughest needs.
In a hurry and need to see a doctor? The Woodsdale Health Center and Walk-In Clinic is located across from Little Caesars on National Road. Open 7 to 7 Monday through Friday. Patients can receive primary care, treatment of minor illnesses and injuries, wellness visits and physicals. There's also a lab draw station open from 8 to noon weekdays. A division of Wheeling Hospital, the Woodsdale Health Center is led by family physician Dr. Michael Wilson. Call 304-234-1971. They'll take good care of you.
For all of your IT needs, visit OmniPerforms.com. Omni Strategic Technologies, the only IT company that the Watchdog trusts.
Hello, everyone. From the Watchdog, I'm Darnell Foster. With a look at your local weather forecast for your Wednesday. A mostly cloudy afternoon. Daytime high near 53. Overnight, temperatures down to about 42 degrees. You're going to see mostly cloudy skies with rain showers beginning. You're going to see those rain showers perhaps changing into some snow as we go through our Christmas Eve. Temperatures in the afternoon in the 50s, falling their way back into the teens. Have yourself a great day, everyone. From the Watchdog, I'm Darnell Foster.
The views and opinions expressed on the following program are not necessarily those of this station or its sponsors.
What time is it?
It's morning.
Well, good morning.
So what's your pleasure?
Coffee. I need coffee. We can do that. Anything else?
I'm going to really listen to my favorite
Radio show.
Oh, really? And who might that be?
The most popular program of the day.
Well, we can do that too.
Okay, turn your radio up.
These guys are great.
Come on, it's showtime.
A fresh take on local, regional, and national news. This is the Watchdog Morning Show with Howard Monroe, brought to you in part by Wheeling Hospital.
So here's what we are working on this morning here on the Watchdog Morning Show. It is our last day together before the extended holiday break, so we're going to have some holiday music here at this hour of the program. Maybe a little bit of Christmas comedy, a few Christmas stories to just kind of send you off onto your holiday break, or at least our holiday break. State Senator Bill Ehlenfeld was with us in the last hour. He wrote a letter to the governor yesterday asking the governor to allow greater flexibility to the local school districts in scheduling extracurricular activities during the pandemic. He was with us to explain that several Allegheny County restaurants are closed and losing a license, perhaps, for failing to follow the governor's shutdown orders. The Justice Department is suing Walmart for fueling the opioid crisis. Don't spend your COVID check yet. Trump is threatening to not sign the relief bill. He does, however, sign dozens of pardons. We have the stories in the D.C. Digest coming up. In fast food news, a couple of stories I couldn't help but bring to the table. McDonald's has a really strange new sandwich in their stores in China. And it's something I may give a try if I were in China. I think it's kind of interesting. Plus, a dispute at a Wendy's restaurant over dipping sauce for the nuggets leads to a shooting. Some people take their fast food too seriously, I think. So these are some of the things I've got to share with you coming up this morning. The Watchdogs are in at 9 o'clock today for their final pre-holiday edition of the show. If you have something on that's what I have for you, I just told you that. If you have something on your mind you want to share with me, you know what to do, 304-214-1600, 304-214-1600. It is the Watchdog Radio Network text line. Tell me what's on your mind. You can complain about me. You can offer some suggestions on things we should be doing, shouldn't be doing. Send Christmas cheer. Send Christmas blah, whatever you want to do. That's what the text line is for. Partly sunny, a high of 51 today. That sounds pretty good. Rain starts overnight tonight, though. And then into tomorrow morning, rain in the morning. 49 for the high. Temps drop rapidly during the day till we get snow by midday. And a cumulative snow by the evening could be 1 to 2 to 3 to 4 inches of snow by tomorrow afternoon, Christmas Eve afternoon, and that snow will continue into Christmas morning with some light snow in the morning. So 51 today, 49 tomorrow, 21 for the high on Christmas Day. Weekend doesn't look too bad, though. 31 degrees at the Wheeling, Ohio County Airport. Feels like temperature is 24, a little bit of wind blowing around. 31 at the airport, 31 at the home studios here in the Elm Grove section of Wheeling, and 31 degrees at the Robinson Auto Group Studios, downtown Wheeling, in the heart of the Ohio Valley. I want to remind you, tonight is the last night for Letters to Santa Claus here on the Watchdog. Tune in tonight at 5 o'clock. The jolly old one will be on the line talking to his elves, talking to the kids, and taking phone calls for the first time. We've never done this before. Normally it's just reading the letters already sent in. And if your kids have sent letters to Santa through the school to us, those will get read. But also, if your kids want to call in, you can do that at 304-214-1600 and talk to jolly old St. Nicholas live and in person. The elves will be there, as I said yesterday, Biff, and I listened again a little bit last night. We may be in a pandemic, but those elves have not calmed down.
No, they have not.
They have not calmed down, I'm telling you. I guess they're also excited about, Christmas coming up, Christmas Eve being tomorrow. They're all ready to get out and get the toys loaded and wave goodbye to Santa as he heads off on the sleigh. But, man, they were full of vim and vigor last night, I got to tell you.
They always are.
Oh, boy, oh, boy, oh, boy, oh, boy. I hope you tune in tonight to Letters of Santa Claus. Third installment of our 3-installment program this week. So tonight, 5 o'clock, it's Letters to Santa Claus. Check it out here on the Watchdog. You'll enjoy it. I know that you'll enjoy it because it's going to be a huge amount of fun. And Santa will be here and will answer calls. Again, normally we don't take calls. Normally we just only do letters. But this year, because of the pandemic and not as many kids were able to write letters and we couldn't work with schools as well as we have in the past, phone calls will be accepted. They will be accepted. So I asked Teddy if he wanted to write a letter. He's written a letter to Santa Claus, and I thought maybe he would want to call Santa. And for all the kid is he really wants stuff. I mean, I know things that he wants because he'll tell me from time to time. As I mentioned earlier, I joked with him yesterday. I said, Teddy, when's Christmas? Granddad, Christmas is 3 days away. Santa Claus will be here. And I told him, I said, well, I think you'll probably get 4 or 5 toys. No, Granddad. 100,000. 100,000. So, and he said, because I've been a very good boy. Well, I don't know about 100,000, but he's been a good boy. But when I asked him if he wanted to write a letter to Santa, he did write a letter to Santa and mailed it off. But surprisingly, for a kid that likes stuff and has no problem saying, to his mom and dad and grandma and granddad, I need a new Paw Patrol tower or whatever. His letter to Santa Claus said, Dear Santa Claus, I will be happy with whatever you bring me. Which was weird. It's a great sentiment, Biff.
Oh, yeah.
But that's strange for a 5-year-old, or as he points out, 5.5-year-old, to just say, I'll be happy with whatever you bring me. I don't know. And it's a great attitude. I just don't know listen, I've never written that kind of letter. Every year when I was a kid, my letters were, I like a bike, a tape recorder, and a video game. I want to be very specific when I was a kid, so I don't know. Did the little ones in your family write letters to Santa?
You know what? I don't know if they did or not. I'm not sure.
This is an unusual year for kids to write letters to Santa, I guess, or to be with Santa or be around Santa. But at any rate, I do want to call your attention to it. Tonight, it's Letters to Santa Claus, final installment this evening at 5 o'clock. And whether or not your kids are going to call, or even if you don't have kids, it's still a fun show to listen to. We do enjoy Letters to Santa Claus because we feel it's a good community service, and that's why it's here. 8:17 on the Watchdog Morning Show. In just a minute, I want to talk about, now we talked last week and a little bit earlier this week about that restaurant up in Pennsylvania, Angelo's, that chose to defy the Governor Wolf's shutdown order and stayed open over the weekend for indoor dining. And I don't know yet what is going to happen to him, if anything, because he defied the order and he could get in some trouble. I can tell you that in Allegheny County, they have cited a couple of restaurants and are shutting them down, and they are perhaps even taking their license away because they've chosen, a couple of Allegheny County restaurants have chosen not to follow shutdown orders. I'll tell you about those stories and a couple of fast food tidbits as well. All coming up next here on the Watchdog Morning Show. It is 8:18 and we're still looking at 31 degrees.
Highland Sports Complex is the coolest destination.
And Supply would like to wish all their customers, past, present, and future, a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Bring the whole family to their lighted lot for that special Christmas tree while supplies last. Open Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. to 8 p.m., and Saturday and Sunday, 9 a.m. to 8 p.m. That's DePlaga's top-notch landscaping and supply located at 140 Peninsula Street in Fulton, where everybody goes for their
Beverage Merchants. With its toasty and biscuit-like malt flavors blended perfectly with hoppy freshness, it's bound to become one of your new favorite craft beers. Fat Tire Amber Ale is now available at local retailers. Please don't drink and drive, and drink responsibly. From your friends at Wine and Beverage Merchants.
CA House Music has all the gear to make your music legendary. With all the best gear including Fender, Epiphone, Yamaha, and more, CA House will have you rocking in no time. Get the most for your money with everyday low prices. And we meet or beat internet pricing. Play before you buy and let our product specialists help you pick out the instrument that's right for you. CA House Music, supporting local musicians since 1872. Play music for life.
Highland Sports Complex is the coolest destination for sports and entertainment the Ohio Valley has ever seen. Pop in for some open basketball in our field house or reserve some turf time for your next practice or game on our synthetic fields. Online registration is open for development classes and leagues for youth and adults. Highland Sports is also the hottest destination for birthday parties and other events. So come challenge yourself on our play climb and enjoy your favorite virtual reality game in the arcade. No memberships required, so visit highlandsports.com to find your next entertainment experience and get ready to reach new heights.
Hello, everyone. From the Watchdog, I'm Darnell Foster. With a look at your local weather forecast for your Wednesday. A mostly cloudy afternoon. Daytime high near 53. Overnight, temperatures down to about 42 degrees. You're going to see mostly cloudy skies with rain showers beginning. You're going to see those rain showers perhaps changing into some snow as we go through our Christmas Eve. Temperatures in the afternoon in the 50s, falling their way back into the teens. Have yourself a great day, everyone. From the Watchdog, I'm Darnell Foster.
Bill DeFabio, the kind of guy who wanted to purchase the original Christmas Story leg lamp.
This is a lamp!
And return it to its rightful owner because he figured somewhere in this world
It's indescribably beautiful.
A sad one-legged lady was sitting in the dark.
What a great laugh.
Tune in to the Bill DeFabio Variety Show, weekdays 12 to 2, only on The Watchdog.
There's a time and a place for everything, including a different point of view. This is that time and place. You're listening to the Watchdog Morning Show with Howard Monroe, brought to you in part by Wheeling Hospital.
Every Christmas day. Well, he lives within a mountain like a hermit in a cave. He never had a haircut, he never took his head. Boogie woogie Santa Claus. Boogie woogie Santa Claus. Boogie woogie Santa comes this time every Christmas day.
8:24 Watchdog Morning Show, our last day together before the holiday break. Now, coming up today, we heard a little promo there for the Bill DeFabio Variety Show, except no variety show today because it's a Wednesday. I assume that the mayor and or vice mayor will be in for your Wheeling, no two ways about it, today, beginning at noon. Then the ladies will be in after that, Olivia and Sonia, for their program as well. Check that out today, middays, when Bill is away. The mayor and the ladies play, so that should be kind of interesting and fun for you. And then when they're done this afternoon, I think it's Big Rick again today. Big Rick will be in with an entertaining. I'm sure it'll be entertaining. I think he's working on some Christmas programming as well. So the afternoon drive with Big Rick today. Stick around for that. TV7 News then afterwards, and Tony Carito. Do we have anything special coming up tonight, Bippy? Games, special programming?
No, our both our games were last night. The Mountaineers playing, which
right.
Tony, I'm sure, will talk about in a little bit. And the high school game we had last night, Martins Ferry defeated Shadyside 66-58.
That sounds like a pretty good game then, huh?
Yeah, it wasn't too bad. Shadyside got the lead. They were down 13 at halftime. Martins Ferry was up 33-20. Shadyside got the lead down to 5, 38-33, and then I think that's as close as Shadyside would get the rest of the night. And Martins Ferry kind of pulled away there in the end of the third quarter, going into the fourth quarter, and did enough to keep Shadyside at bay and ended up getting the win last night.
All right. Well, I listened to a bit of the beginning of the game. Didn't get to hear the whole thing, but glad that happened. And then, do we have any games coming up this weekend, or what's our next game? Again, we can't carry West Virginia games because well, there aren't any. But what do we have coming up this weekend? Anything?
Actually, no. We don't have anything until really after the first of the year, unless unless West Virginia, unless they've got basketball that they're playing, because Ohio State, of course, they're in the semifinals, so they won't play again until New Year's Day. They get Clemson in one semifinal, Alabama and Notre Dame in the other college football semifinal. And really, like you said, without West Virginia playing, our next scheduled basketball game for either OVAC or Ohio teams won't be until after the first of the year. So a little bit of, I'm sure, West Virginia basketball sprinkled in, and then the football team next week playing Army now instead of Tennessee.
In the Liberty Bowl.
Yeah, in the Liberty Bowl, which is a 4 o'clock kickoff. So, yeah, Tennessee had COVID issues and decided to back out. And Army, I guess Army couldn't find an opponent, even though they have a winning record. Army does. They couldn't find anybody that wanted to play them in a bowl game. So, they got the bright idea. Well, you want to play West Virginia, and they made it happen. So that'll be New Year's Eve afternoon at 4 in the Liberty Bowl.
Kickoff 4 o'clock. We'll have it for you here on the Watchdog, the Liberty Bowl. And yesterday, Neil Brown made, I guess, I hadn't even seen these, Biffy, but I guess there had been rumors going around that Neil Brown was talking to some other teams, might be leaving West Virginia, going somewhere else. Those rumors were circulating around, I guess.
Yeah, the school that he was most connected to, if you read reports and everything and the rumors, was Auburn. As Auburn fired their head coach, Gus Malzahn, and Auburn ended up hiring Boise State's head coach. But again, Neil Brown's name had been circulated with the Auburn job. I don't know, how strong or those rumors were or anything like that, but his name came up in the Auburn head coaching job, but Auburn went instead with Boise State's head coach. So that put that to rest real quick, which was a good thing for West Virginia fans.
The athletic director of Lions had come up a couple of days ago and said, no, Neil is very happy here. He's not going anywhere. But we had not heard from Neil Brown himself until yesterday when he issued a statement, and it was relatively short. Basically, he said, I'm happy here. My family's happy here. My kids are happy here. I'm not going anywhere. So he brought an end to those rumors, and that's good. I like Neil Brown.
I liked it when they first hired him, and again, the first thing I said was, West Virginia has to have patience. They got to give him some time. He's a good coach. I think he was the right fit for West Virginia, but again, they had to be patient with him and give him time, and I think as long as they do, he's going to be good for West Virginia.
Yeah, and of course, who knew that you'd be going through a pandemic year as well, which always, just messes everything up. Anyway, so the next WVU football game will be the Liberty Bowl on December 31st. It's 8:30 in the morning. Let's do a news break, Biffy. Also, we'll talk more about Mountaineers since Tony is here with the Mountaineer Report. Then I want to get to these stories about food. No, might as well talk about food a little bit. Restaurants being shut down in the Pittsburgh area, and a couple of fast food weird stories I want to share with you as we head into the home stretch, prepared for us to head off for an extended holiday week. It's 8:30 in the morning on the Watchdog Morning Show. 31 degrees still at the Wheeling, Ohio County Airport here at my home studios, and at the Robinson Auto Group Studios downtown Wheeling in the heart of the Ohio Valley.
The WTRF Channel 7 News Update is brought to you by Thomas Auto Centers, Mall Road, St. Clairsville. Get the best deal at Thomas Auto Centers.
Now.
athletics. I'm Tony Caridi on the Mountaineer Sports Network from Learfield, IMG College.
Plumbers and Steam Fitters Local 83 want to thank the owners and contractors of the Ohio Valley for using their locally trained workers to help build for the future. Local 83 helps design, fabricate, and build the gas infrastructure for the oil and gas industry here in the Ohio Valley. Plumbers and Steam Fitters Local 83 is 300 members strong and growing. They also do residential, commercial, and industrial work on both sides of the river. For more information, call Plumbers and Steam Fitters Local 83 at 304-233-4445.
Hey man, what can I get you?
Yeah, can I have 2 Coors Lights?
You got it. Hey Mike! I need 2 Coors Lights!
Sure thing. With a taste as cold as the Rockies, only Coors Light gives you refreshment every time.
Here you go.
Thanks, Mike. Doing a great job. All right, 2 ice cold Coors Lights.
That's the coldest beer I've ever had.
Hey, they don't call it the world's most refreshing beer for nothing.
Okay, be honest with me. Do you really have the Rocky Mountains in your beer cooler?
You don't believe it? Check it out.
Man, that's pretty amazing.
I know, right? I can't believe it myself sometimes. I mean, this cooler is only 3 feet wide.
Coors Light, the world's most refreshing beer. Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado. With great beer comes great responsibility.
Chris DePlogan family of Top Notch Landscaping and Supply would like to wish all their customers past, present, and future a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Bring the whole family to their lighted lot for that special Christmas tree while supplies last. Open Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. and Saturday and Sunday, 9 a.m. to 8 p.m. That's DePlaga's Top Notch Landscaping and Supply, located at 140 Peninsula Street in Fulton, where everybody goes for their tree.
Attorney Tom McIntyre.
Life. It may knock you down, but you don't have to stay that way. I'm Tom McIntyre. I'm a bankruptcy attorney, and I'm here to help you. Give us a call, and we'll send you a copy of my free book, When Bad Things Happen to Good People. It's an interesting read, and it'll explain bankruptcy to you like no other book does. Give us a call. We're here to help.
Call Thomas E. McIntyre and Associates at 304-232-8600. Allow us to help put you back on the road to financial success.
This is Wheeling Fire Chief Larry Helms reminding everyone about the seriousness of this COVID-19 in our region during its colder weather months. This virus is spreading rapidly and could put a strain on our hospitals and emergency services. I am asking everyone to please wear a mask. It's important to make sure your mask covers your nose and your mouth at all times. Wearing a mask is one of the only defensive tactics we have to slow this virus down. Remember, wear a mask, stay apart, and wash your hands.
Hello, everyone. From the Watchdog, I'm Darnell Foster. With a look at your local weather forecast for your Wednesday. A mostly cloudy afternoon. Daytime high near 53. Overnight, temperatures down to about 42 degrees. You're going to see mostly cloudy skies with rain showers beginning. You're going to see those rain showers perhaps changing into some snow as we go through our Christmas Eve. Temperatures in the afternoon in the 50s, falling their way back into the teens. Have yourself a great day, everyone. From the Watchdog, I'm Darnell Foster.
From our family to yours, season's greetings.
Oh, it's Howard Monroe. From all of us on the morning show here on the Watchdog, we want to wish you and yours a very Merry Christmas and a wonderful Watchdog New Year.
Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays from the Watchdog. AM 1600 WKKX and AM 1370 WVLY.
Give us a call and tell us what you're thinking. Locally, 304-214-1600. Out of the area, toll free, 866-514-1600 or 304-232-8255.
The Valley's most interesting conversations continue now on the Watchdog Morning Show with Howard Monroe, brought to you in part by Wheeling Hospital.
It's not gonna stay full. He's got stuff to drop at every stop of the way. Everybody's waiting for the man with the bag. Christmas is coming again. He'll be here.
It is 8:40, till the hour. We're looking at 32 and even freezing degrees at the Wheeling, Ohio County Airport. Feels like temperature is 24. So 32 at the airport, 32 at the home studios, 32 at the Robinson Auto Group Studios, downtown Wheeling in the heart of the Ohio Valley. I was just kind of skimming around during the break in the Intelligencer's website. And God, I had not read these things forever and ever and ever. You know, there are horrible things happening in this world, Biffy. I mean, there are people dying from COVID. There are elderly folks suffering in nursing homes, not able to see or talk to or be with their loved ones as they perhaps will soon be preparing to die from COVID. There are people addicted to opioids. There are, the world is full of, their grandmothers stealing Christmas presents from their kids, from their grandkids in order to buy dope. I mean, there are terrible problems in this world. And then there's Dear Abby. I didn't even realize there still was Dear Abby. As I said, I was just sort of skimming around the newspaper's website during that break. And a couple of the stories are just, gee, many Christmas. Dear Abby, a friend of mine has recently discovered her husband of 40-plus years has been hiding a decades-long porn addiction. The discovery has caused a problem in their marriage. I get that. They have had counseling. He says he wants to save their marriage and has vowed to give up the porn. Okay. I was told that he told his wife, if she decides to divorce him over this, then he'll tell the entire family that she was addicted to porn. This does not sound to me like a healthy marriage.
No.
This does not sound like a healthy marriage. This guy is out taking care of business with himself on porn over and over and over again. And when he's caught, he doesn't say either, I've got a problem, hopefully you can help me, or I hope you'll understand this is something that I enjoy doing and maybe you just have to accept it. No, he says, if you tell anybody I'm addicted to porn, I'll tell him you're addicted to porn. Wow. So the question of Dear Abby from this person is, my question is, what kind of person would treat his wife this way? Well, a bad person. You don't have to be Dear Abby, for God's sake. It's a bad, bad person. Not because he's addicted to porn, but because his answer was, or his response was, you divorce me and I'll tell everybody you're addicted to porn. That does not strike me as very loving and kind. At least that's my way of looking at it. Let's see, what else here? Dear Abby, it's not the first time, but certainly the last time I'm invited to a close friend's house without my baby girl. My 12-year-old retired therapy dog, Lady. Everyone loves Lady. So does my friend. It is rude for her to tell me I can't bring Lady. Is it rude for me not to want to visit my friend because Lady is not welcome? Again, let me be Dear Abby. Hell yes, that's rude. She has every right in the world to not want you to bring your doggy. Now keep in mind, there's a key word there, retired therapy dog. If it's a therapy dog that you are needed for medical reasons, then it's a retired therapy dog. Everybody loves Lady. Well, I'm guessing this lady doesn't love Lady. I'm guessing the person making the invitation doesn't love Lady. Dear Abby says, it's not rude, it's a choice. What I do think is rude is trying to blackmail someone into allowing a loved but unwanted pet into their home knowing it's not welcome. These are the things that people worry about in life, Biffy. These are the things that people are worried about. Worried enough they'll write a letter to Dear Abby?
Well, I mean, what do they think she's going to say?
Yeah.
I mean, those two right there were easy to figure out. I'm sure some might be a little bit more difficult, but still, I mean, what did they expect Abby to agree with them?
Yeah, I mean, I think, I suppose they're looking for permission. I suppose they feel that they're in the right, the other people are in the wrong, And so they want Dear Abby to give them permission to say, I was right. I don't know. I didn't even realize this stuff was still around. Dear Abby, I raised my kids right as a single mom. I took pride in supporting them and giving them what they needed and what they wanted. I have a daughter who lives out of town with her husband and children. I don't get to see them very often. So I love buying them gifts that are waiting for them when they get here. For the kids' birthdays and holidays, I always have nice gifts for them too. For the past few years, my daughter has refused to take any of the gifts home with her. So the toys sit in my spare room. She smirks and she laughs when someone says something about leaving the gifts I buy. She and her husband stay in my house when they visit so the kids play with their toys then. I've decided to stop buying anything for the kids. I want to see the kids' faces when they open up a present and play with it. Would it be wrong for me to just stop buying them gifts? Well, yes. Yes, it would. Yes, it would. 80% of the things that we give Teddy stay here. There are a couple of reasons. Number one, and Dear Abby talks about this in her response. Number one, Teddy's house is full of toys to begin with. Or this other parent, the parent's house probably is toy filled already. And number two is we want toys here for Teddy to play with. The grandmother says that when the kids come and the grandkids are there, well, they've got toys to play with. I mean, when I was younger, the different family members in my life that we would go visit, they all had some of my toys at their house. So when I went, I had toys there. It just amazes me, Biffy, the things that are, the troubles that there are in this world, and these are the things that people write to Dear Abby about.
Makes you shake your head.
I do. It's like, God help us. You know, there are things. At any rate, a couple of stories I want to get to before I wrap things up this morning. We talked last week about Angelo's in Washington, Pennsylvania, where the owner there decided he had enough. Governor Wolf has declared that no indoor dining in Pennsylvania until the beginning of January. Angelo's owner said, it just doesn't make sense. I'm going to not follow that regulation. I'm keeping my place open. We're having dining. And to hell with you. A lot of people showed up, lined up at the door. They were lined up at the door outside. They had to wait in their cars to keep properly socially distant till a table became available. Even some Ohio Valley restaurant owners showed up to support them. And I have not yet heard what has happened, if anything, to Angelo's. But defying the order could lead to the health department shutting you down, or it could lead to, eventually, your license being revoked. Now, that's in Washington, Pennsylvania, Washington County, and I don't know the story there yet. But the Pittsburgh Post-Gazette tells us the tale of two restaurants in Allegheny County, the Pittsburgh area, Al's Cafe in Bethel Park, and David's Diner in Harmar. Last week, they did the same thing. They defied the governor's shutdown order and served meals. They had indoor dining. Health inspectors visited both restaurants after receiving complaints. Both of those restaurants were ordered to close down. You cannot do this. You're in violation of the governor's orders. You must close down. That was on Thursday of last week. On Friday, inspectors followed up, and the restaurants were open again. And they had literally taken down the closed signs that the health inspectors had put up. So they were both told to close again. Al's Cafe on McMurray Road had his operator's license suspended. The inspection report says facility was observed operating indoor dining with around 30 customers. The red closure placards were removed. The owner instructed an employee to remove both closure placards. Al's Cafe owner is refusing to back down. I'm not going to close. I don't have any health issues here, and I'm not going to close. We believe the shutdown order is breaking our rights to make a living. It's not constitutional. Actually, these orders have gone to court on several occasions, and pretty much they have been supported as indeed being constitutional. Going to be a rally planned this week in front of Al's restaurant with other restaurant owners. Another flashpoint for fighting in America. I've said it before. I get it. I get these restaurants that, I love restaurants. You all know that. And I have many friends of mine who have restaurants, own restaurants, work at restaurants, and it's probably the single worst time ever in their lives going through this pandemic. And they have been among the hardest hit by the pandemic and by the shutdown orders. But for better or ill, they are shutdown orders, and you really should follow the shutdown orders. And to blatantly refuse, just to openly refuse, hey, it's what we call civil disobedience, and I'm a believer in civil disobedience. When you believe that a law is wrong, you have to stand up and be willing to defy it. But you also have to be willing to take the consequences. And in this case, they're going to lose their license. So, okay, and I'm going to tell these guys, if you think you can take this to court and win, you are unlikely to win. You take this to court, and you may be in your own mind a constitutional scholar, but people who really are constitutional scholars are going to say, you can't defy the orders. So I feel sorry for these guys. I sympathize. I think it's got to be unbelievably difficult to try your best to keep alive during this pandemic time if you're a restaurant. And I do believe, I've said several times, that there's a lot of disparity. Why can you not serve dinner in a restaurant, but Walmart can stay open? Makes no sense to me. Why can you not provide a meal for people in your restaurant, but they can go to a gym and exercise? That makes no sense to me. There is a disparity there. But if you're going to shut down, be aware of what is likely to happen. Civil disobedience is a good thing, and since the days of my youth, back in the Vietnam War days, I believed that you should engage in civil disobedience if you have to. But civil disobedience means you have to be willing to take the consequences. That means these restaurants are likely to be closed down. A couple of quick restaurant stories. Let's see. In St. Louis, Biffy, a Wendy's employee was working the drive-thru the other night, okay? About 1 o'clock in the morning on Tuesday. Guy comes to the drive-thru, orders, I'm assuming some nuggets. It doesn't say what he ordered, but I'm assuming he ordered nuggets of some kind. And he ordered dipping sauce, okay? And when it came, he said, I need more dipping sauce. And the kid at the drive-thru window said, I'm sorry, we have a policy of, I don't know what it is, but 2 dipping sauces per nugget or whatever. But we have a policy of only so many dipping sauces. And I guess the guy got a little upset. I want my dipping sauce. I want more dipping sauce. Sorry, sir, I can't give you any more dipping sauce. Now, to be perfectly frank, I think if I were the kid, I would have reached in and just handed him the extra dipping sauce anyway. But nonetheless, that's what happened. And so the man who wanted the extra dipping sauce, Biffy, reached in the back seat of his car, pulled out his gun, and shot the guy. Shot him for not giving him the extra dipping sauce that he was looking for. Police are investigating, and apparently the guy is in some serious trouble.
Well, and I think most fast food restaurants now, if you pay attention, when you go to the drive-thru, when you go through, some of them in the corner on their windows will actually say it's like a quarter or whatever. I mean, they usually put a little note on the window that says if you want extra sauces, it's going to be a quarter or whatever, but they give you warning. But I mean, that's just
it's normally posted. It'll say something like two sauce packets per order, additional packets 25 cents.
Yeah,
I mean most places will put it right up there.
Yeah, they'll put it there for you to see. But that's ridiculous. I mean, it's
pulling a gun. I mean, It's one to yell and scream and holler and call him dirty names and I'll never come back here again, you back, but really? Shooting him?
Over a
You're going to the hospital, you got a gunshot. What happened here? Was this a gang warfare? No, it was a dipping sauce dispute. I mean, it's...
Over a little carton. I mean, think about how small...
Over a little tiny dipping sauce.
I mean, think how small those things are. And hold that in your hand and think, I'm going to shoot somebody over this? Really? Are you kidding me?
Yeah, just absolutely crazy. I want to get this one last tidbit in. Now, we all know that McDonald's tries different kinds of food in different areas. They experiment with different things. Oftentimes, they do some unusual things overseas at some of their restaurants, for example. Well, in China, McDonald's is trying a new burger, Biff. Are you ready for this?
Let me have it.
It is a Spam and Oreo sandwich.
No.
2 extra thick slices of Spam, topped with Oreo crumbles, and the traditional burger sauce that you find from McDonald's. Now, it's the combination that gets me. Listen, I know people make fun of it. I actually like Spam. In fact, now that I'm saying that out loud, I think maybe some fried Spam and eggs would be good this morning. But I like Spam. So, if McDonald's had a Spam sandwich, I might actually order it. But a Spam sandwich with crumbled Oreos on top? No. And then going to pour the burger sauce over top of it? It makes me want to throw up just thinking about it.
Well, let's go back to what we usually do with combinations, okay? You like Spam. You like Oreos.
Yep.
I don't like them together. Okay, no.
And then I certainly don't like it when you put the burger sauce over top of it.
Right, I like that too, but I don't like all three of them together.
If it was just a Spam and then the Oreo crumbles on top, I guess I could order it. Maybe you'd order without the crumbles, or order it and take scrape the Oreos off. But once they put that sauce on it, then it becomes all one big package. And I have to say, thank you, but no thank you.
Yeah.
And this is a guy, I like Spam. I enjoy Spam. Super high in sodium. My wife refuses to cook it for me, so I'll probably have to somehow sneak it if I'm going to have some today. But now that I'm thinking about it, it tastes pretty good. Well, guys and gals, I am done for several days. Biff and I are both off for the next couple of days. You all have yourself a very happy holiday, a very Merry Christmas. Biff, to you and to all of your family, I certainly wish that as well. I will take an additional day off on Monday. I think, Biff, you're back on Monday, right?
Yes, I will be here Monday.
All right, but I shall not return until Tuesday. So I want you all to have a very, very happy holiday, a very, very Merry Christmas. Enjoy your weekend. Celebrate the season. Soak up Santa. And remember, the real reason for the season is the birth of the Christ child. Take it easy. Take it nice. Take it fun. And we'll get together on Tuesday. Biffy, I'll meet you on Tuesday morning, yeah?
Yep, I'll see you Tuesday morning, and have a good Christmas.
All right, you too, pal.
The Watchdog is FM 98.1, AM 1600 WKKX Wheeling, FM 97.7, AM 1370 WVLY Moundsville.
The ABC News is brought to you by Thomas Auto Centers, Mall Road, St. Clairsville. Get the best deal at Thomas Auto Centers.
Alrighty, we've made it through. Not too bad. Yep, got the stuff in. Have yourself a good holiday. Enjoy yourself. Enjoy the little ones. Enjoy your family. And I'm around if you need me. I'm going to try and work with Joe a little bit today on this transmitter issue. Since we're still at 6 whopping watts, so. But hopefully we'll get it figured out. But if you need me, I'll be around. If you need anything, just text me or call me. I should be here and available for whatever. And after about one day of vacation, I'll be bored. So feel free to check in if you need anything. Otherwise, just have a good weekend, have a good holiday. I really appreciate the work you do for me, pal. And we'll get together Tuesday. All right, thanks a lot. Talk to you on Tuesday. All right, bye.
In hallways and conference rooms because there's no room elsewhere. President Trump with a surprise video tweet last night threatening to pass over the stimulus plan.
President Trump signaling he won't sign that COVID relief package set to provide aid for millions of Americans.
Congress found plenty of money for foreign countries, lobbyists, and special interests while sending the bare minimum to the American people who need it.
The president labeling that